Welcome to the Ecom Marketplace Secrets Podcast, bringing you tips, tricks, and strategies on how you can succeed by selling in the online shopping marketplaces like Amazon.com. I am your host, Jason O'Neill. Let's go ahead and get started with today's episode. Do you want to know how you can predictably grow your FBA sales regardless of where you're at today? I'm going to share with you how we went from zero to $389,000 in FBA sales in the last 5 months of 2020. This month alone, we're on pace to hit $150,000, which is up 23% over last month's sales. And by the way, last month was our biggest month that we had out of last year. The answer is simple. You need to be consistent in your income producing activities, just like if you were doing anything else in this world. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about the 2 things that you need to master and do consistently if you want to almost guarantee yourself a consistent and steady growth of your cash flow in your Amazon FBA business. So if this is something that you want to learn about, stick around and I'm going to share the secrets with you. So I've been selling on Amazon now for about 7 years. I started in 2014. In that time frame, I've developed a software company, and I've seen hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of sales come through our platform. And I think about what it takes for the people who are successful in selling on Amazon versus all the people that I've seen come through our platform, all the people that I've talked through over the years that really fail to get any type of consistent traction in their business. And I've had to actually restart my business time and time again due to the model that I initially started with, which was retail dropshipping. And if you're not familiar with that, what I was doing was sourcing products from Walmart or Home Depot and having them fulfill on the products when someone would buy it on Amazon. Wildly successful business model, however, one that has a lot of volatility in it, meaning that there's been more than one occasion that I've woke up and I woke up to a notice from Amazon saying that, hey, Jason, we're no longer going to let you sell on our platform anymore. Your store is suspended because you're getting too many infringements, you're getting too many complaints from customers, and you just can't do that anymore. So what I talked about in the very beginning of this episode was how we went from zero to $389,000 in FBA sales in 5 months, because that story right there repeated itself time and time and time again for the first 6.5 years of selling on Amazon. And I just got tired of it. I got to a point where, you know what, I need to build a business that I know is going to be sustainable, that I can wake up every day feeling like I'm making some progress towards having something that's going to sustain over the long haul. And we've come up with FBA using the wholesale business model because, number one, we get access to name brand products that already have recognition in the marketplace. There's already people buying these products. We just need to be able to find those products and get them into the FBA system. So what I want to talk about is what it really takes. Like, what if we were to take a couple key indicators that would tell you, or key things that you need to be doing that will almost guarantee your success over the long term. And this is something that I've had to do time and time again. Every time I have to restart when my store would get unsuspended, it's always the same thing. Those 2 things: sourcing new products, replenishing inventory. So those are the things that you really have to focus on if you want to be successful with selling on Amazon. And these are the 2 things that people just, for whatever reason, they just decide that they don't want to really put their time and energy into. And because of that, they fail to grow. I'm going to tell you a story real quick about how in my life over the last 3 years, I've gained a pretty decent amount of weight. I was at 170 pounds, best shape of my life. And now, as of the time of me doing this I weigh 25 pounds more than that. I've been trying to lose that 25 pounds now for 12 months, and I've barely made any progress towards that. And I think about it, and I look at what's the difference between me being able to consistently grow in Amazon business, whereas in my personal life, I'm struggling to lose a few pounds. And it's really all about consistency, right? I'm not consistently exercising. I'm not consistently eating well. I'm not consistently saying no to the wine. And because I'm not things that are going to help me accomplish my goal, well, the results are what they are, right? I've stagnated. I haven't grown. I haven't gotten better in that area of my life. Now, what does that have to do with selling on Amazon? Or what does that have to do with anything, right? It has to do with the things that you spend your time doing, right? Like, what is it that you find yourself doing during your free time? Whether you're working a full-time job or if this business is a full-time thing for you, you have to find time to practice and be consistent with the thing that is going to help you make money, right? So think about it. If you're a musician, you got to practice your instrument if you want to be a great musician. If you're an athlete, you got to practice at developing your skills as an athlete if you want to go to the next level. If you're a marketer, you have to be consistent with putting content into the world and practicing your presenting skills, right? The point that I'm trying to make is if you want to build a successful business, you have to do a couple things consistently, right? Now, with selling on Amazon, those things, what I love about Amazon, what I've always loved about Amazon is this is something that you can literally do without having to have, incredible social skills, without having to be an incredible marketer or an incredible salesperson, right? What you need to get really, really good at is sourcing products and identifying profitable opportunities. And when you source those products, you have to replenish the really good ones, right? The products that are going to be the catalysts of the profits that you're generating in your store. And then the ones that maybe aren't doing as good, you get rid of them, right? You just don't replenish them. So the two skills that you need to develop for yourself, sourcing new products, replenishing your winners, and cutting your losers. Everything else that goes on as you grow your business, you can outsource. However, those are the two things that I see people trying to outsource out of the gate, and you just can't do it. You just can't bring on some person from overseas that has no experience, or some person that's been working on Amazon for the last 5 years, working for 1,000,000 different sellers, that is now jumping from seller to seller to seller, and expect that person to bring your store to the next level. I see it all the time. It's almost like trying to be a coach and trying to be a Hall of Fame coach. However, you don't even know the game that you're coaching, right? I see that happen all the time. Now, when you start sourcing products, will you make mistakes? Absolutely. Will you have products that don't end up winning? Absolutely. Will you pick products that from time to time lose some money? Absolutely. However, let me put your mind at ease a little bit, because in my data that I see every single day, the products that I pick, 90% of them end up performing very well, right? Meaning that they're profitable. Out of those 90%, some of those products are wildly profitable, upwards of $5,000 plus dollars, and they're continuing to grow at this point. I don't have like a final number because they're selling today, and they have been selling for the last several months. Now, so let's say that my winning products, my really best winning products are worth $5,000 in profit. And my losing products, because I have them, I don't always get it right. I'm not perfect, and you're not going to be perfect, but hopefully this will help you put your mind at ease. When you pick a losing product, you can oftentimes just liquidate it down, sell it for near cost, or maybe even lose a little bit of money, but the loss is going to be worth literally like 1/50th of what the win is. So something that I dabbled with over the last couple years has been day trading. And one of the things with day trading that you hear about all the time is that if you can win half of your bets, half of your trades, and let's say in this example, when you win $100, but when you lose $50. If you can get the numbers on your side like that, then if you win 50% of the time, you're wildly, wildly successful as a trader. In this world, it's the same exact type of thing. So I took what I learned with trading and I moved it into FBA, and I said, well, if I'm right 90% of the time, which I am, if I'm right even 50% of the time, but when I'm right, it's worth $5,000 in profit. And when I'm wrong, it's worth negative $100. I'm still 50 times more profitable on my winning products than I am on my losing products. So I only have to really be right 1 out of 50 times in order to build a successful business, right? So if you spend your time focusing on finding winning products, you don't have to find a ton of them, 1 a day, 1 a week, 1 a month. I mean, the more time that you spend sourcing products, the faster, the quicker your cash flow is going to scale. That's the key. You have to spend time finding those products. And when you find them, just do everything in your power to keep them stocked, because when they run out of stock, well, that's a loss of cash flow. That's a loss of revenue. So those are really I look at how much time I spend in my actual business every day, and it's really not that much. Most of my time is in products, pricing my current products that I have in stock to make sure that they sell, and then replenishing on the winning products. And we just aren't going to replenish on the losing products. Sometimes part of that is just liquidating the product down and getting it to sell. However, if you spend time building that inventory of products and you build the number of SKUs that you have in your store, and again, you keep those in stock, those two things alone are going to be what drives consistency. Whereas every single day that you wake up, you know that you're going to finish the day with more money than you had when you woke up. And I think that that's the goal for all of us when we're building a business, is to create some type of cash flow for ourselves, to where whatever your goals in life are, whatever you want to do, however big you want to grow it, or maybe it's to have a whole bunch of free time on your hands, this is the winning formula of how to do it through Amazon FBA. The more time that you spend practicing and doing this, the quicker you master those skills, the more inventory that you have, the more cash flow that you generate. And from that cash flow that you generate, you can outsource much of the day-to-day operations that goes on inside of your Amazon business. However, you can't do that until you master the skill. You have to get good at sourcing products. You have to focus your time and energy on sourcing new products. Everything else from there will be what grows that consistency in your business. So if you get some value out of this, make sure that you give this episode a little bit of love. Leave a comment for me. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you on the next episode.
You've been listening to the Ecom Marketplace Secrets Podcast with Jason O'Neill. To learn more about the very best way to increase your sales on Amazon by leveraging our wholesale distribution network using our proprietary seats methodology, visit ecomsolutions.io/seats. That is spelled SEETS.